And we are back for the second episode of Max Level Challenge for Diablo HellFire. As always, we are the Sorcerer class Jazareth. And we last left off, we cleared level 4.
The smell of death surrounds me.
Sure does. We took on Skeleton King. Oh. Speaking of skeletons here. I don't have my mana shield up. Okay, there we go. Gotta get back into the swing of things. I've been playing a lot of D2R, so completely different game. I gotta remember to put that mana shield up. But yeah, anyway, we are working towards reaching the max level. Ooh, we got a lot in here. Gotta love Chain Lightning. Just quick work of these guys. But yeah, we're trying to reach level 50, which I believe that's the max level for Diablo 1. And then we are also trying to max out our skills,
I cannot carry anymore.
Our stats, and we're trying to find some better gear. Now, if you want to see all my gear, I pretty much broke that down in the first episode, so you can go ahead and watch that. It's right in the beginning. But it's basically like resist all and high magic, high to all attributes. Watch our mana here. Our mana is our life. Oh, we got a unique. That's why we're getting lit up. I don't know what his name was. I had to cook him before I even tried to figure out who he was. Definitely a unique monster, though. Didn't drop a unique item, unfortunately. That is another thing we're hunting. Obviously, we want better gear, but we also want to see some cool gear. We want to see some cool looking artwork, some interesting attributes, like unique abilities and stuff like that. That's the one thing about Diablo 1, like most of the unique, I mean I guess this is kind of true for like Diablo 2 and 3 and probably even 4, but got another unique in here. Have to make quick work of him though. Let's see about Guardian. Guardian's like my favorite skill for him. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay. Man, that's the one scary thing about Sorcerer. Is like your mana's your health. You're running mana shield, but mana is also like your offense, so you kind of have to like keep an eye on your mana, because attacking can kill you, but not attacking, you know, the monsters will kill you. So it's like you gotta attack, but it's kind of like you're using your life to attack almost. Kind of like this build. That's why these like high mana consuming skills are kind of like troublesome. That's why I usually run like Guardian a lot, because it's kind of like low mana costing, auto target, but these skeletons obviously immune to fire, so have to run the lightning. But anyway, I think I got sidetracked. Like I said before, the uniques, they're not like great, except for some of the base storyline ones. You know, like Arcane's Valor and stuff like that. Or Arcane's Valor, I guess. I don't know how you say that. But that, like the Butcher's Cleaver, King Leoric's Crown, like the Undead Crown, like all really great stuff to get you through normal and like Nightmare pretty much. But only a handful of like uniques are actually OP in this game. So it's cool to see like all the artwork, it's cool to see the unique skills and stuff like that, but most of it's trash. And I guess, like I said, you can say the same thing about most of the Diablo games, right? They kind of do that. Where just most of the uniques are just straight up garbage. Diablo 2 did a great job to where, like, a lot of the most overpowered uniques are low level, which is kind of cool. Oh, this is dangerous. Now I know I could just like go down to hell, right? And skip all this. It'd probably get me more experience, but again, we want to run into those uniques. The unique monsters, we want to run into like, I did not want to pick that up. Find the unique items, because I feel like you get like a higher chance of dropping unique items from unique monsters. And I have gotten some good stuff. And then also, we want to hit up Chamber of Bone to level up Guardian for free. I mean, you get a bunch of stuff there too. There's a lot of loot boxes there, but you can get 1 free point to your Guardian spell, which is great because, you know, it's kind of weak in the beginning, but as you get to a higher level, it's very powerful. Obviously, like Wall of Fire, Ring of Fire, even I think it's Fire Bolt. Like, yeah, it's gonna do more damage, but that auto-targeting is so nice. It really makes the gameplay easier. You can be a little bit lazier with it because you don't have to aim so much. And that gives you the time, because the gameplay, like the play pace is kind of slow, right? So while Guardian's like attacking the monsters and killing the monsters, I can go and pick up the items. Where like the other spells, you know, I gotta stand there and aim and then, you know, click a lot. Also lets me kite because, you know, I kind of have to avoid taking damage. So it allows me, oh, okay, we've got Arcane's Valor in here. I'm not going to do that, but that's what that is. But yeah, like, I can't take too much damage because I'm also attacking, so it's draining my mana. It's risking dropping the mana shield. So Guardian lets me like cast a spell and then run away, which helps with survivability. But of course, just like melting everybody with Chain Lightning also works pretty good. Take a sip of that. But yeah, so we had the Arcane's Valor quest. I think we had like Butcher, King Leoric. I don't remember seeing Garbat. I know we had the Tavern Sign quest. So yeah, we're getting a lot of quests. Oh, we got King Leoric. That was the first time I actually got to fight King Leoric in the expansion. If you watched like my playthrough, normal Nightmare in Hell, I didn't roll King Leoric, which was crazy to me. Like, I kept getting essentially the same quests over and over again. I was starting to believe that there was like no RNG anymore. Maybe it was just kind of like fixed that way. But no, I just had terrible RNG. Literally got almost identical quests the entire playthrough of like normal Nightmare Hell. It was like the same, playing the same game essentially. I mean, I am, but you know, like with the RNG, the random quests that, you know, you'll get like some unique events, which is pretty cool. I thought that was always sweet. Like, that's something Diablo 2, 3, and so on, they kind of went away from that. Like, it's kind of like the game is the game. Sometimes you, like, they kind of like, they'll give you a ton of unique monsters and like champions and stuff like that, so it is like changing it up in that regard, and like they'll change up like what their resistances are and stuff like that, but the quest and kind of like part of the lore, and it's just like some random boss battles encounters that you get, and Diablo 1 are completely unique, so it like kind of makes every playthrough a little bit different, which was one of the most fascinating things about this game when it first came out. Like when I first started playing back in, I want to say 96, the PlayStation 1. So yeah, that's why this game is like goated to me. Like it really is one of the best games ever made. Probably, arguably is, in my, my opinion. I always like to say Diablo 2 because, like, it has so much more content and, like, the rune word system and everything about it's so much more, it's, like, simplistic and complex at the same time. It's just enough to keep me, like, entertained, but not too much to where I'm, like, getting confused and stuff like that. So, that is, like, and then it's obviously faster paced, like, they did a lot of good stuff with it, so. And just like the overall darkness and the feel to it, these games like have a very special way of doing that, which is so cool. Especially like Diablo 1, I love it that like light radius is a thing. The visibility is low. It's such a good game. Really, just like a masterpiece of a game. That's why all these years later, like 30 years later, I can still play it, because man, this thing is just so awesome. Such a well done game. I miss games like this. The game market now, man, is sad. Basically buy like beta versions of a game and then you have to play and pay for like 10 years for it to finally become like a complete game. Ridiculous. Back in my day, when you bought a game, it was the complete game. Yeah, it may have come on 4 discs or taken up an entire memory card to save one file, but the game was like you bought the whole game. Not a game that evolves over 10 years and is completely different by the end than when it started. It's just they give you everything. Good old days. But yeah, that's why I can come back to Diablo, man. That's why I can come back to Diablo 1. Have a good time. Alright, so... Oh, kinda unique. Blood gather. Oh, no unique. I don't think I've seen that one before. But man, Chain Lightning just cooks. No chance. And mine's level 6. Not crazy high, but still pretty good. It's an expensive spell. Like when you buy the books, I want to say they're like 12 grand or something. Oh, okay, these guys are probably immune to lightning. This is where Guardian comes in handy. I also like it because, oh, I gotta go back to lightning.
Beyond the Hall of Hero
lies the chamber. There we go. Yeah, I like it because I can throw it, like, around corners or just, like, down a hallway or something, like, somewhere out of my sight. And, not only does it, like, illuminate the area, it also gives me an indicator if there's a monster there. So it's like, if it starts firing, I know there's hostiles over there. And I can see kind of what direction they're in, too. So it's kind of, like, a really awesome skill to be, like, I know a lot of people kind of rag on it because they're like, oh, the damage is bad for the mana cost, but like I said, look at this one, level 13. Honestly, it makes short work of people now, and it has so many benefits to it, and the mana cost isn't even like crazy bad. Ooh, ooh, ooh. I got That he's after me. Alright, I gotta run. Using up all my mana. Okay. It kinda got me in between like skills there, and they kinda hit me from both sides. You know, they were over here and over here. I'm pretty sure there was a unique in that pack. I'm not entirely sure. It was hard to see through all like the barrage of arrows. They ambushed me pretty good. Chamber of Bone. And this is what we're looking for, because like I said before, we're trying to also max out our skills, like all our spells. So, Chamber of Bone, great place for loot boxes. There's a ton of loot here. So maybe we can get some better items, and then also we get a free Guardian spell. That's how mine's gotten so high. Because I had that through all my... Oh, come on. Oh, because I forgot to put on my mana shield. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I'm an idiot. Oh, way back. That sucked. That sucked big time. And that's, you know, another thing about this game. It's not like other games where you just go and pick up your body, right? Like, you die, you didn't save, you lose all your progress, you gotta start right all over again where you left off. Oh man. That was a lot. That sent me back 15 minutes. Yeah, there was a unique in there. I don't get to see their names anymore. I just cooked them too quickly. Those glooms got me, bro. You saw that they swarm me. It's like they jumped my ass. I think it was like three. Like three separate ones. Came out of nowhere. See, that's why... Oh. I don't have my mana shield on either. Gotta keep remembering to do that. Been playing too much D2R. Forgot how to play this game. Okay, let's there. You see that one healing
Beyond
spell?
the Hall of Hero.
Picks me right up. It's the nice thing about when your spells get like such a high level. They really do work. Okay. So I forgot what I was talking about before I died. I'm a new streamer, not a professional at this, but that completely derailed me. Can't believe I got jumped like that. That's why I use Guardian. Because I can throw it out, like, ahead of me. I just gotta remember to actually do it. The one thing that kind of sucks about that different, I don't remember getting mana shield. Was there a mana shield before? No, it has to be the same. Maybe because I know I got a couple books, but and that's why we're running through this, right? We're running through these lower levels, looking for the books. You get a lot more books in the beginning. Maybe that they're not like the greatest books. It's not the higher level ones, but you get a ton of books in the beginning. That was another reason why I just was like, alright, I'll do a fresh game instead of just running straight down to like level 9 or whatever. Or I forget. This is a little different, maybe? I don't know. Or I forget what the max, where does hell go down to? Is that 12? I forget. But anyway, I know I can go straight down into like the hell levels. Okay. A lot of these archers, bro. A problem. Alright, here we are. Chamber of Bone. Let's do this again. But this time... maybe we actually save the game. Okay. I forget that you need to save frequently in Diablo 1. That's a big, like... that was an amateur mistake on my bad. Because, like I said, it's not like the new Diablos where you die, and, you know, like in Diablo 2 you had to go pick up your body, but, you know, now, like, Diablo Immortal, dying has no consequence, bro. It's just like, what is it, sometimes they penalize you on time or whatever. It's like, okay, so I can take a break and, you know, whatever. Like, the teammates keep playing. Okay. It's not like dying doesn't even matter. Had no consequence. This game really made you like, it's almost like hardcore softcore. You know, like it has some hardcore elements to it. And that was one of the things that I kind of wish they would bring some of this stuff back. You know, if you notice that like hardcore mode has gone away. Like Diablo Immortal, you can't make hardcore characters. That's one thing I loved about Diablo 2. You know, like hardcore, Diablo 3, they did it too, hardcore. Even though Diablo 3 was kind of BS, not gonna lie, you know, like, because you're always online, so there's always like lag and stuff like that. I mean, I guess, like, D2 was great. You had an online and an offline, right? You had, like, you could just play just you, so you're not even really connected to the internet, especially the old one. I think D2R, it's still, like, even though you're offline, you're technically still online, because you're on Battle.net, and, you know, you're kind of signed into a server, but the physical copy, right, like the old school way, like you're completely offline. And
where would I put this?
You know, you can play like a real hardcore where you're not worried about dying from lag, because that's the only thing that like really kills people in hardcore is lag. But then, you know, Diablo 3, you're always online no matter what. And, you know, lag will get you every time. Did I not hit this switch? But yeah, that was super fun. You know, I don't know about Diablo 4. I've never really played Diablo 4. Not because I hear, you know, it's like a bad game or whatever, but my computer can't handle it. Like my specs are too low or whatever, because I don't have I have an integrated graphics card, which these games do not like.
I have no room.
And I mean, not that I like it, but, you know, it is what it is. But Diablo Immortal got rid of it. There's no hardcore, which is kinda... I don't know. It's fine, but again, dying has no consequence in that game, so it's really just, like, you don't even have to pay attention. So mindless. Diablo 3 was kind of that way. It was just very mindless.
Hello, my friend. Stay a while and listen.
You just spam attacks constantly. Seven to all tributes. Okay, we got 15. 8 to strength, 40% light radius. Yeah, gotta love that light radius. Such a cool concept.
Whoa, what can I do for you?
Okay. So we want to keep that blacksmith oil. Let's see if we got anything new here. That still looked tempting with the 30 Gs. $14 tributes almost. Actually, what is this? Restores durability. Oh, I just repaired. Okay, we'll save that. See if we can get any books here.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
We want to sell this. Let's see what we can. Book of Reflect. Time Portal. I think Reflect's one of the new skills they added. Book of Phasing. Okay. So even though I don't know.
I sense a soul in search of
most
answers.
of those skills. We're trying to max out all the skills we can. But yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna like roll Griswold to see if he will, like, if I buy his stuff, will he... Yeah, that's probably okay. Will he give me better stuff, or if I'm just gonna save my gold and then try to, like, I usually roll Adria for books if Griswold doesn't give me anything, and then, because with Adria you can kind of just like leave town and come back, and it's like she'll have new stuff, but for Griswold it doesn't really work that way. Kind of like stays the same the whole time. So you see, I'm saving a lot of gold. And I can't take it all with me, obviously, but it's like when Griswold will have something, he really has something. And it's always super expensive. You saw that, like, that amulet was 30 Gs and it wasn't even that good. I've seen some of his gear get up to over 100k. You know, it's crazy. Like, him and Wirt too, like, when they get something good, it's good, you know, so. But you can also, you know, spend all your money and then roll him and he doesn't give you anything. It's a little trick for that room, if you didn't know, is you just throw down rows of firewall. I heard a ring drop. And then some guardian in there. Pretty much takes care of everybody. The only downside is now you have to wait for the fire to recede. But I heard a ring drop or an amulet drop. There's a lot of stuff. A lot of stuff in here. I can use telekinesis.
Where would I put this?
What do you mean, where would you put this? Why isn't it picking everything up? Or is it? Where's that book? Oh well. Have a receipt here in a second. So much stuff. There's the ring.
Where would I put this?
That was the one thing that was kind of... Like, I know they threw search into it with the update. Because it used to be, like, really bad. Like, trying to find stuff.
Where would I put this?
Oh, come on, bro. But, I mean, that was one of the, like, adding the hold alt for pickup, and like some of the auto pickup stuff. Oh, another book. Was some of the best stuff that they added to, like Diablo 2 and stuff. Because this is rough. Having to pick up stuff like this. Berserk, I like that. It's another one of those new skills they added. See, a lot of this stuff, like, they didn't have in the original Diablo. It was added in HellFire. A lot of these skills. So yeah, even though they added that, like, being able to hold Alt just to, you know, see everything on the ground and you actually get to see it in writing, that was so much better. Oh my god. And like auto gold pickup and stuff like that, it's like, it's hard to go back to not having that. There we go. 14. See, now it's actually pretty strong. 97 to 137 damage, even though, you know, like Flame Wave does more. Mana cost 30. It's a little bit on the high side. Pretty good now. But yeah, free Guardian skill, that was awesome. But yeah, you saw how long it took me to pick up all that stuff. Sometimes I used to lose items. I remember in the original, like D1, where you don't have like a way to see what's on the ground, I would lose stuff all the time. Sometimes I could, like, I'd hear a ring drop and I couldn't find it and I'm like, alright, I'm just gonna move on with my life. You know, it's so hard to find stuff sometimes. If it just drops in like a bad spot. Like sometimes it'll be like in by like a wall or something, where, you know, like you can't even really like find it because it's kind of like hidden by the wall. So you just heard a ring drop there. Or jewelry, I guess I should say. It's because it could be an amulet. And see, I have no idea where it's at. Oh, that's right in front of me. That might have been my fault. That might have been my bad. but it's nice having, you know, the search, but if I could just hold Alt and see everything that was on the ground, man, that's so much better. You know, obviously this game was, you know, 30 years ago, so I can see why they don't have a lot of stuff integrated. These archers really caused me some problems. Gotta remember to save often. See, even though like it's only level 6, this is still pretty difficult. Actually, I think we're gonna go down. We don't need to fully clear everything. So we kind of got what we wanted from there. Guardians, what we're looking for, because there's not a lot of experience down here. We're just looking for like books. Oh my god, well at least we saved. Jesus. That's what I'm saying, bro, like... Even though they're only level 6 or 7, they're still strong. Like this really wasn't the case for a lot of the newer games, you know, like once you get to a certain point, you're so powerful that you're just like running through everything. And you know, you're just trying to farm fast. Oh, here we go again. Forgot my mana shield. Get up, get up. Up, 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 up. And the enemies aren't, you know, like really giving you any trouble anymore. But in this game, bro, even at the lower levels, you got baddies. And when they group up on you like that, they swarm you like that, like it really doesn't matter how strong you are. Because like, you know, I'm a level 38, I'm not strong, but I cleared the entire game already in Hell. You know, like, cleared all the way down to not cruel. Did the entire, you know, went through, killed Diablo, all 16 levels, or 17 if you want to count Lazarus. And yeah, I'm going a different direction this time. Oh, we got Halls of the Blind. That's cool.
I can see what you see not. Vision milky, then eyes rot. When you turn, they will be gone, whispering their hidden song. Then you see what cannot be. Shadows move where light should be. Out of darkness, out of mind. Cast down into the halls of the blind.
I know I usually skip those, but I really like that one. But yeah, even in these lower levels, these guys are strong. Giving me lots of problems. Like an idiot, I just used 2 full rejuves. Oh. There we go. Look at how many there were. All hidden. All trying to jump me. Look at this. The whole gang showed up.
I cannot carry anymore.
You can probably carry that, bro. I'm gonna get an Oculus amulet. Gotta watch those guys, man. They killed me before, but it was like, if they get you, like they start hitting you and you can't recover, like if you don't have enough hit recovery, you can't get your spells off, and you die quick. I gotta stay on my toes here. That's why, like, one of my pieces I put hit recovery to. Because I needed some, you know, like I could use more, but I needed some, like, faster hit recovery. There was another, ooh.
I cannot carry anymore.
You have to make room for that. Look at that. I wonder if it's a wind force. Oh man, that'd be so cool if that was a wind force. Even though you know, it's not for the mage, obviously I can't really use it. That's like the best bow in the game, I think. It's crazy. Got our unique though. Found a unique. That's what I was saying before. Unique monsters, man, they have like the best chance to drop uniques. And you typically find more unique monsters down in these lower levels. What? Succubi? Down in 8 or 7? Seems a little early.
I have no room.
And are they fire resistant? Something. That's what it was. I got a unique. Another unique on it.
Where would I put this?
So I think this unique was changing their attacks. That was pretty cool. Blightfire. That was really cool. Like he changed their skills from arrows to the bolts. I thought they were succubus. I was like, oh, this level? But no, he was changing how they attack. That's pretty dope. They really did a great job adding like unique monsters in this game. Cause now it's like Diablo 2 did a good job, obviously. There's a lot of homies in here. Like the uniques, they did exactly that. It's like they're not the best items in the game, they just do unique like attributes, right? Like normally this attribute can't be on this piece of gear, or it causes some unique thing to proc, right? Like they did a really great job with that. But well, that kind of sucked. Not exactly sure why, but the game decided it wanted to crash. So, you know, what can you do? It did set us back a little bit, lost a little bit of progress because when it crashed it didn't exactly save. And conveniently it set us back to before we got that unique bow. So, you know, whether that's a coincidence or not, I'm gonna leave that up to you to decide, but hopefully the drops didn't change so we can get that back, because I'm pretty sure that was a win force. Not 100% sure, but the artwork kind of looked like it, so you know, hopefully we get that back, and we can, you know, continue like normal. So we're going a little bit different route than I did last time. I'm pretty sure I went through up here, but it doesn't matter either way, the results are going to be the same. Watch our mana here.
Where would I
Should
put
be the
this?
same drops. Like, you know, pretty sure, if I remember correctly, I used not this one, but like a different blacksmith thing that I find coming up, and it just crashes my game. I have no idea what happened. I went to use it to, I think it's repair durability, and game couldn't handle it. Just wiped. So yeah, that's... But I guess business as usual, it's almost as if I like died or something. Kind of the same consequence. But yeah, oh well. So yeah, hoping that's a win force. Supposedly the best bow in the game. And if it is, it's crazy, because it just goes to show you like why I'm starting, you know, kind of running from floor 1 all the way down to complete this experiment. Because, I mean, what is it, level 7? And if we drop a win force, it's like, okay, best bow in the game, level 7, you know? It's not like a lot of the Diablos nowadays where like there's specific places you're gonna farm, like in Diablo 2, you have to farm these monster level, item level, you know, like you have to farm specific places, usually bosses, to get your gear and stuff. But I mean, like this one, here you are, or here we are, level 7, dropping some of the best stuff in the game. Which I guess is not 100% true, because I know like in D2, you can get like some of the best items in the game are at the lower levels, but it just feels different. Alright. And also, you know, we want books and experience and stuff. I'm pretty sure that legendary is down here. I'm like so tempted to go look for it, because I want to see like, did the game really crash just because I got like really good item, or was it just some weird glitch? Because, you know, those items are new in HellFire, and I don't know, maybe there's some weird thing going on with it, or maybe it's just my computer. I don't know. It's totally possible. Speaking of like D2R though, I hope they remaster D1 like they did D2R. Like don't change the game. You know, just like kinda, I don't know, redo it with new models, but just keep the code. I don't know how they can do that, but just keep all the coding the same. Don't touch anything. And just update the graphics. I mean, maybe update, like, I don't know, the movement speed, or add, like, stash, you know, like some of the stuff that D2 implemented. Maybe do that, but it'd be really cool to see this with, like, updated graphics, if they do it right, of course. just a little bit, you know, more comfort creatures. Because they did, you know, they did tweak some stuff in D2 where it's like auto gold pickup, even though you have to be like right on top of it. Still pretty nice like, quality of life update. Fire. Because this is, you know, one of the best games ever made. And if they just remastered it in a really nice way, oof, we'd be back. Of course, I say we'd be back when I never left. You know, I'm still here playing a 30-year-old game. I remember this is like a ton of goatmen, I want to say. Oh, come on. Jesus. It's like they didn't do any damage, but I couldn't recover. Like they were hitting me too fast, I couldn't recover to get my attack off. That was a little nasty little pack of goatmen. That's the problem with the ones that are immune to fires. I can't just throw my guardian in there and just, you know, stand outside and smoke a cigarette, you know, while it kills everybody in there, right? Like I can't just lay back and do nothing. But you know, gotta do what you gotta do. I think this is it. If the game is the same. Yeah, there it is. Look at that. Is it wind force? Alright, let's save real quick so we don't lose this progress. That's another thing I'm gonna do
Where would
while
I put this?
running through this. I'm gonna have to save more often. Having too many problems here. Look at this. I even have like hit recovery on my gear. You know, so it's wild that they're still getting. Like they're, you know, if there's 5 or 6 of them, they're hitting me too often, and I can't recover to get my attacks off. Even though I have like fastest hit recovery on a lot of my pieces, well, at least one piece. Like I specifically keep that helm. I mean the resist all I like, but if it didn't have the faster hit recovery, it almost like wouldn't be worth it. But that faster hit recovery, you know, it's like so detrimental. I need it so bad when I get to this point. Fountain of Tears. No, skip that. I don't know what that does. I heard something. It's somebody. Even though it's off screen. There we go. You know what I think is kind of ironic about this game is when you get down into hell, like most of the monsters, oh I remember this guy. Another unique monster. He turns all his goatman attacks into those like succubus fireballs, which I think is a pretty unique. It's pretty cool. It's kind of a unique monster. It changes the visual effect of the monsters. I like when you see those not just, you know, like those type of uniques, not just like a plain monster with a name change and a color change, like Shadow Drinker, I think his name, and he like, you know, turns invisible, like he goes into the floor and stuff like that. That's super cool. Kind of annoying, you know, especially early on when you don't have a lot of skills to use, but super cool visual effect. Like, that's a real unique monster. Not only is he like unique in appearance, but he's unique in visually what he does. Like that one just did, you know, he changed this little things into fireballs or whatever. Pretty cool. Because, you know, you got like the kind of the run-of-the-mill ones that are just like, oh, okay, we'll change his color and we'll change, you know, his name or whatever, or it's like a two-tone color or something. It's like, alright, yeah, it's a unique, he looks different, but they'll just change like immunities or something, you know, kind of boring. I get it, not everyone can have like some slick animation or whatever, but when you see the ones that do, pretty dope. I feel like I should use like the search skill at this point. Elixir of Dexterity. Is that what I drank? What? And it just like crashed the whole thing? That looks like it. I don't even remember what crashed the game, but it might have been that Elixir of Dexterity, I don't know. I'm scared to... Here, let's save the game before we drink it. Oh no, we're good. Alright. I don't know what happened. Okay. So I think this level is pretty much done. Let's, oh, almost missed that. It's an expensive skill. Okay, there's up to 6. Where is, down to 7? Or no, down to 8. Over there. Okay. Alright, let's see if this is a win for us before we go too much further. And I gotta go pick up some mana. What do you think? What's it gonna
Hello,
be?
my friend. Stay a while and listen.
We've got some rings and amulets too. Maybe we got something good. Alright, so Windforce. Best bow in the game. Level 7 from a unique monster. That's why we do it. That's why we start fresh. Because, look at it. I can't use it, of course. I gave it to the wizard, right? That's common, you know, Diablo. Even when it gives you something good, it's not good. You know what I'm saying? That's what Diablo does. And you're always getting stuff for other classes. Like my warrior playthrough, I got like a Naja's plate. Would have been perfect for my wizard. This, you know, the wizard, you get the Windforce. If you're playing on the rogue, you get the God Fob. It's crazy. But that's the way it works. But still pretty dope. Pretty happy about that. Really rare find. You know, amazing bow. Optic amulet. We've had that before. So nothing too special. 13 to magic's not bad, but you know, I got 27 to magic, so.
Well, what can I do for you?
Not bad. I think we'll throw that Windforce on the ground just for now. We'll keep it around. Probably gonna sell it eventually because I can't take it to, and like it's better to sell it for the money. If we're gonna be starting a new game here, so you know, because we gotta reach level 50. I imagine we're gonna do a couple of these runs. I don't think we're gonna get to level 50, you know, just a second playthrough or something. Because even though we've been playing, we're on level 7, almost level 8. We haven't even leveled one time. So it kinda, you know, it's probably gonna take a while. But that's why it's fun. And I know I could speed it up. I could just do like hell runs, I guess we'll call them.
I sense a soul in
like
search
hell
of
and hell
answers.
difficulty, kind of just going straight down into like level 9 or 13, whatever the last floor is. Book of Mana Shield, very nice. Book of Search, that's fine.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
So I could just, you know, spend all my time getting, you know, fighting the higher level monsters and getting more experience from them or whatever. But again, we wouldn't find a wind force doing that in a lot of the books that we have found. So that's why I prefer to do it this way. And I don't know entirely if I'm gonna run.
I sense a soul in search of answers.
The crypt, you know, like I might skip that because everybody's immune to like magic, you know, fire, lightning, whatever. Like everything down there is immune to it. Some fire work on. I don't know if lightning works on any of them. Maybe in the beginning, but it's a real problem for the wizard down there. I mean, it's a real problem. So I might just, you know, stick with running like the base game and maybe the nest. I think it's probably the best. But we also want to see these unique monsters, you know, it's cool to see them. I didn't really see any in the HellFire, like the new additions. Like the Defiler and Necrul are the only two you see that are like unique boss. Which was kind of wild. Oh, did I not put up Mana Shield? I thought I did. Yeah, it was kind of wild. Like to think that they made this expansion and then didn't add anything cool like that. You know, because they're not like unique monsters, they're unique bosses. So it's much less cool. And I didn't really find any good gear. Bro, I don't think I found any good gear. Like, there was like no loot. Except for Necrul, he drops like, you know, a couple items or whatever. I wasn't finding anything down there. Which I thought was crazy. Like, really, the expansion, not great. Some quality of life stuff, some skills, which is pretty cool. Like, you know, for the wizard, it comes out pretty cool that you get some additional skills. But overall, very disappointing. I can see why, like, the creators, I think his name's David Levick. Something like that. Oh no, this ain't good. That was not good. That was a little bit risky there. But we made it through. We're okay. Remember, we're gonna save often. So it's like, when you have two enemies that have different resistances. Oh, book, nice. You know, like some are immune to electric, some are immune to fire. So you kind of have to switch through those skills. Those get a little bit complicated. And I'm sure I could program like my F keys. I think that's... Oh, no. No. Look at... I thought I cleared the room. But see how many were still in there? Look at this. I like clear the room. But there's still more in there as soon as you walk in. So what do we gotta do? Where is it? This one. Hear 'em? There's still so many in there. Man, I got jumped. I got gang initiated. That was ugly. Okay, let's see. Because this is going to take a while. Where's telekinesis? There's search. There it is. I could not find that for the life of me. So let's scroll up and if I can take that. It's 100 gold. That's one thing I always thought was hilarious about this game is that like you're supposed to be saving the world, but the town folks they still try to make a quick buck off you, even though like, you know, if you fail, they all die. They're still trying to make some money just in case. All right, I think that's everything. I gotta be careful though. See, I'm trying to have fun, I'm just trying to play casual, but these guys are taking it serious. I can only imagine what's in here. Another 50 goatmen, perhaps? Just goes to show how like weak my gear really is. Even though I thought I did a pretty good job building this, maybe somebody in the comment section could give me some tips. If there's anything I should change in my build. I did my build layout in the first episode, so if you go back and take a look at it, nothing's changed since then. Maybe you guys can give me some tips to, you know, build a stronger character, because I just thought, you know, I'd focus on high magic and stats, like 2 all attributes, plus resistance, resist all, and then a little bit of faster hit recovery. Thought that was pretty good. I have max resistances, my stats are all pretty high. I know magic's the most important, but I found myself actually needing dexterity and strength and stuff like that when I was playing through the expansion. Because everything was just, you know, resist to all magic, immune to all magic. So hilariously, I went around and just did like melee. I did a melee wizard, which was a little bit wild. Never really had to do that before, but you know, I just threw out my golem, stone cursed everything, and beat it up. And like just my golem was sitting there whacking them to death. It's kind of something I have to do with some of the stuff later on in Hell, I guess. Like maybe in level 14 or 15, but otherwise, like, I thought I did a pretty good job with the build overall. Okay, so that's upstairs. We gotta go downstairs. I think we're pretty much done with this. I think there's just an area up there. That's probably where we have to go anyway. Oh no, it's there. So I guess I could knock this whole way out real quick, see what's over here. I don't want to miss out on like a bookcase or something. Oh. We're hiding behind the corner. Everybody's jumping me today. Go, man. They don't play. I like it better when everybody's just weak to fire and I can just throw this thing. Just throw the Guardian out there and let it take care of business. No, you guys gotta do it. Chain lightning, man. That drinks, man. That's not good, because as soon as it drops, you die. Like, as soon as your mana shield drops, you're dead. So. Oh, shit. Here we go. Czar the Mad. So this, you gotta do this quest right. You gotta first talk to him, and then read the book. Because if you just go for the book, you miss out on the free book.
Why are you here? All these interruptions are enough to make one insane. Here, take this and leave me to my work. Trouble me no more.
Alright, so he gives you a book. Let's just get out of here. Stop disturbing me.
Your curiosity will be the death.
I am sorry. Did I break your concentration?
And there you go, you get the second book. If you just go for the book on the bookcase, he just goes aggro on you right away. So, make sure you talk to him first. That's always the key with that. Because, you know, the higher your skill levels are, the higher damage you do, the more effective they are. So even those low level skills, it's kind of like part of this challenge. That there's a lot back here. I didn't expect there to be so much. Oh, we were almost done. But yeah, part of this challenge is getting not just to the highest level, but also getting the highest level skills, the best gear. Like, we kind of want to do everything. We want to have like a complete max character. Because I haven't done that since I was a kid. Back in the 90s. I haven't had a character all the way to 50, so I want to go back and do that. Alright, so that's... eight. I think that's a good place to end off. We did 4 levels in the first episode. We'll do another 4 episodes for this episode. Don't want the video to get too long, because I know people don't usually stick around. So maybe I'll start making a little bit shorter episodes, but personally for me it's easier to do this, right? Like, just make one long video instead of have to cut it out into, like I did my playthrough, I did it through floors, so it just, every video is one floor, so it was a lot of work, a lot of editing. But anyway, we will end it here. I think that was pretty good. Cleared 4 floors, found a wind force, not too shabby. But we will continue on in the next episode. If you enjoyed this content, let me know in the comment section so I know whether to keep doing it. And again, let me know if anybody has any builds for the wizard, anything I'm missing. Let me know if you have any suggestions for changes I can make.